Here's a lab that's going to be demonstrating hydraulic pressure. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a series of syringes, and we're going to experience the forces that are required to push them, as well as the distances that they move. That's going to be the first part, and then we'll do some of our calculations on the second page. So we're going to be filling out this data table here, and then this table here as well. So we have three syringes. We have, or three syringe sets. We have a 3 milliliter versus a 3 milliliter. That's going to be our first one here. And we have our 3 milliliter versus a 20 milliliter. And then I have an even smaller syringe, a 1 milliliter, and this is also a 20 milliliter. So we're going to start by doing some observations. You guys can't experience this, but hopefully you'll be able to see this. But when you push in on one side, it pushes out the same distance on the other side. And it's the same force pushing on both sides. So that's what I'd like you guys to record for the observation. The observation is they both move the same distances. They both move the same distances and require the same force. So both require the same force to move, meaning the force input is going to be equal to the force output in that scenario. So going to the 3 versus the 20 thumb war. So with perspective of the 3 milliliter, pushing in very fast, okay, I'm pushing out on the other side. This pushes in fast, so it requires less force to push in. This requires a lot more force to push in on the larger side. So it requires less force, and it moves a large distance. So this requires less force, and it moves a larger distance. With this is going to require more force, and it's going to move a smaller distance. So it's easier to push in on the smaller one. Okay, let's get this set up. I want to show you this. Okay, pushing in. Okay, moves this entire distance. Watch how much it moves over here. Okay, it's not even noticeable. Now, I'm going to actually push with all my might. I want you to see how fast it gets pushed out. I'm pushing with all my force right there. Push in, push out. Easy, very difficult to push this thing. Okay, so it's just like this one over here. This requires, we'll just say, the least force, and it moves the most, moves the largest distance. And from the perspective of the 20, this requires the most force. It's very difficult to even push that piston out. So this requires the most force, and it moves the smallest distance.